Hey boys and girls, welcome back to Master Detective Archives Rain Code. In the last episode we collected the final information needed to begin the true investigation behind the Nailman cases. Although we needed quite a push to actually go through with using the mystery labyrinth to solve the case, our goal is still noble, no matter what will befall the culprit in the end if we do succeed in finding the truth. Although, because we shared powers with Halara, Nightmare, during our investigation, our coalescence allowed us to drag in our biggest ally into this crazy world of mysteries. Although there is a catch. She's lost her memories of the true culprit, since she doesn't have a pact with Shinigami, so she can't use her information she's learned, leaving her only able to really assist us in finding the truth, but not able to actually outright call the culprit out, who's seemingly one of the 4 church members we met. The only thing is, who really is the culprit, and why did they bring the urban legend of the Nailman to life in the very first place? That's the truly biggest question in the grandest scheme of the things that we've learned. So, with that being said, honestly, there really is only one thing really to do. Figure out who truly is the Nailman, and well, if they are in fact who is in the group of the actual, churchgoers. The only thing is which one out of the 4 is it? Is it the worshipper, the nun, the priest, or the servants? That's the real question. So, that being said, honestly, our mystery labyrinth journey now officially begins, since we honestly only just got in here in the last one. And honestly, one thing I ended up doing is I ended up spending all our skills up. So if you guys are wondering what's new, we have Last Resorts in reasoning deathmatch sequences. We can remove 1 incorrect solution key, which can be really helpful. We also got Speed Boost, which allows us to slow down the speed of the Mystery Phantom, which could be very helpful. We also got Stand By Me 2, which means we now get our assist abilities faster, which lets us not take damage, for what we can understand. Then, I also grabbed the Endless Summer here to slow down the rotation speed of the Shinigami barrels, so that should help us out decently with the fact that the barrels do kind of go quite crazy, so it's hard to really figure out how to actually, answer the questions for the Shinigami barrel stuff. But honestly, I think we got everything we'll need for now. I still have a couple points, but I'd rather get this one because then it gets rid of a couple letters that we don't need on the barrel stuff. So, honestly, I'd rather save our points, since it only costs 1 more, so it'd be better to just get a level before we waste that. But honestly, with that being said, in we go for the actual mystery labyrinth, since now we're officially in the actual solving of this mystery here. The only thing is what's truly going on with the Nailman case, since we still don't really know how the actual Nailman case actually began. And
what's this?
This must be the forest we keep hearing about, although mystery labyrinthified. Huh. Interesting. This is definitely interesting.
They seem to represent the 4 crime scenes.
They definitely do. Are they in order, though? That's the real question.
I assume that solving all 4 will allow us to progress.
That would make sense.
Oh, I see.
And they got people hanging in the background, which we know is how 3 of the victims were taken down. Although 1 was blunt force trauma, though. Huh. Okay, then.
You see? Master, this is your job.
Which is true.
So what's first? How about starting with the clock tower, since it was the first one you investigated?
That would be a good idea, since Halara didn't see that one.
If the numbers are set chronologically, then the clock tower would be the 4th locked room mystery.
Which would make sense. So, I really do think 4th would be first, because Halara didn't see that one, to be fair. What do you think, Halara?
First off,
are you going to check the scene of the clock tower first? Let's go once you're ready. Okay. What about you, Shinigami?
Let's solve this thing.
The clock tower crime scene is the fourth locked room. Let's hurry, Master. Okay. Let's hurry indeed. Fourth locked room.
Are you going to the fourth locked room?
Yes. Yeah. Was not expecting it to talk to me. But here we go. Into the fourth locked room, here we go. So we can't go any further until we solve all 4 of these cases, though. Interesting. But it does give us a second chance to look at the crime scenes, though.
This is an exact replica of the clock tower crime scene. Shinigami, you didn't recreate it with your powers, did you?
Nope, this is all Mystery Labyrinth.
No, I could only do that when I hit you so hard in the head you almost died.
Oh yeah, true. Huh. So, is it trying to make us so we can't learn some things? Because they do seem to try and trick us with the Mystery Labyrinth too.
It looks to me like
Somewhat.
the crime scene materialized in the labyrinth on its own.
The fourth locked room is the latest chronologically, correct?
Which is true.
That's right. And this is also what got me involved in the Nailman killings.
In the very first place, yeah.
What are the details of the case? Try to tell me as concisely as possible.
Well, there's not really much. Strangulation on the corpse. Obvious, exit through the window. But, honestly, outside of that, nothing really. Though, there really was nothing really in there. Which was why we needed to go to the other cases.
The crime was a locked room murder inside the storage room of a clock tower.
Which is the case.
In the middle of the room was a woman's corpse covered in countless nails.
With everything from strangulation to no blunt force trauma like the third one. Well, dolls everywhere. And what seemed to be a locked room mystery, even though there definitely is signs of them leaving through the window from inside and out.
Which means that's the corpse.
Yep.
Yeah, there were also lots of dolls nailed to the walls.
Kinda curious if she can use her post-cognition in the Mystery Labyrinth or not. That would be really good if she can, but I'm not really sure if she can,
It
with the
looks
fact this
just
isn't the
like
real
one of those
one.
bizarre crime scenes left behind by that Nailman guy from the urban legend.
Which seems to be entirely kind of revolving around it.
Hence the Nailman killings.
Yep.
From the look of it, the door was locked from the inside.
And it was kicked open when they found it, in order to actually open the door.
Yeah, it was locked until the body was discovered.
Yep.
There's only one window, and its shutters were down as well.
But you can relock them, which we did learn, because if you open it and then, well, if it closes on itself, it will relock itself.
I see. So the shutters were locked too.
Although that's not the only thing about that.
This is the 3rd floor of the clock tower. It's too high up to jump from here.
But we knew that there was a rope that was burning in the incinerator of the church, which definitely looks like it was used to get out of the clock tower from how it was designed, although it was missing part, like a half of it, seemingly. Because it looked like it was supposed to be a ladder, but the thing is half of it was missing, which I still don't really get how that happened, is the thing about that, though.
So it really is a locked room of mystery.
Definitely, for sure, yeah, but honestly, I do feel like there was an escape route, for sure, with this one. The other one's not as much, but this one definitely is a very obvious one to me, for what I feel like it is. I feel like they left through the window, and with the fact that the window relocks itself, it's kind of obvious that was the exit. The only thing is how did they get the window to close is the real thing.
Hey, if this is a locked room, aren't we stuck in here too?
I would doubt it.
Oh no! Master! We're trapped unless you solve this mystery!
Well, true, because of the fact that you said we were gonna be trapped inside the labyrinth forever if we can't solve it.
Otherwise, you'll run out of time and your soul gets snuffed out. You better hurry.
You say that, but I don't think it's an actual mechanic.
Hey!
Which is good. But, I don't like the sound of that, though.
Huh?
Well, time to unveil the truth again. Halara's never seen this. So, where did the culprit flee from?
I see. So that's how to make the questions appear.
Yep.
I'm
But,
surprised you're so calm after
now we need to
seeing
solve that. I am actually, too. I'm pretty surprised you're calm after seeing that one. Oh, it's all over the place. Spot selection. Honestly, I heavily say it's the window. There's no way around that. It's gotta be. Where else would it be?
It has to be here.
Because we literally see footprints on the outside of the window in the mud. So there's no other way around it. Let's see if the game says I'm right, though.
The culprit must have escaped through the window.
Okay, it looks like I was right on my selection. The only thing is how exactly? And that's easier said than done.
And your reasoning?
Well, the fact that it relocks itself when you leave it,
When I arrived at the scene, the window shutters were closed.
which is true.
It was wet underneath the window, but I could tell it was already starting to dry.
And because we got here in time for that, we knew that the window was used.
Which means the window was open not too long ago.
Very not too long ago, actually. Within the night, for sure. Because it would have dried up in 24 hours, I would think. So it had to happen very, very recently, with the fact that it was still somewhat wet.
It's likely the culprit escaped through the window and closed the shutters on the way out.
Yep, and then it would relock itself because of that.
Is it possible to close the shutters from the outside?
It definitely is.
Yes, this style of shutter automatically locks, so if you let go of the shutters at the right height,
Yep, they all relock themselves.
momentum pulls it down. And once down, it locks all on its own.
The only thing is how did they get their rope out on top of that? Because we didn't see any signs of rope being left here. So that's the real mystery with the window here. Because we can see the marks of the rope on the nails of the dolls, but we don't see any signs of rope actually being left in the room. And that's the real problem.
In other words, the culprit held up the shutters while moving outside. Once they let go, it automatically locked.
Which is 100% gotta be the answer for that.
In that case, let's try leaving this locked room in the same way.
The only thing is we don't have the rope.
Right, let's try it.
If you say so. Ooh, hello, Cuse. Nice to see ya. Oh, and there's our mystery phantom. Definitely felt like that was gonna happen, with the fact that that happened with Swank. So, definitely not our culprit, but definitely someone that's gonna get in our way of solving the truth, because that's literally what he's doing on the outside. But, interesting little hairdo there. You're definitely looking extra overgrown today, I guess you could say. Like how his hair turned into a tree. But, well, that's Seth Burrows indeed.
Mailman killings have already been solved.
You say that, but you actually don't know the truth about that whatsoever, since you're just trying to push the case along and just get it over with, since you guys are big lazy.
Is he that peacekeeper?
He definitely is.
It's a mystery phantom! The people covering up the case in the real world are manifested like that here to stop us!
As best as they possibly can.
You think the culprit really escaped from here? This high up?
I honestly really do.
If you fall, you die. Why don't you give it a try?
Okay, well, you're already dragging us out.
Help!
But, it definitely is the case, though. Well, thanks, Seth Burrows. Oh, there goes everybody.
Hey, don't drag me down with you!
Well, you're already falling, so...
Halara, it would be downright unmannerly!
But you're already fallen, you literally can't escape out of getting out of that one. There, Halara.
Simple.
But here we go. Okay, we got something going on here that's different. Dealing with continuous attacks. Press the correct button when you think you have the correct answer to the questions the mystery phantom throws at you. Attacks are going to keep coming, but be careful, you'll take damage if you avoid all assailing assaults. Okay, so we do need to answer him. So, definitely need to be careful about that. And it looks like the megaphone has something to do with this as well, with how he needs the megaphone to talk. So what did the culprit use to escape from the high location? I think that would be that rope. That weird rope we heard was burning. We didn't see it. But we did get a picture of what it looked like.
The mystery labyrinth is a manifestation of a mystery, so solving it will get us out of this, right?
I would think so, yes.
I think so.
The only thing is, we've never dealt with one like this.
The culprit wouldn't have fallen out of the window like we did. They would need a tool to get up and down.
Which is definitely true.
Tool?
Which we know about a tool of sorts from the church.
You should have found something during the investigation. I was helping you, after all.
Which is true.
You must have seen the answer with your own eyes. Try to remember.
Not exactly with our own eyes, but with the help of the servant. So, yeah, definitely, for sure. And that makes me think for sure it can't be the servant with him telling us that information. What did the culprit use to escape the high location? It's gotta be the... Okay, burnt remains of the strange map. The shutter. Door key, definitely not. Oh, wait, what? Okay. I thought they were asking for the rope there. Okay, I thought it was... Okay, different way of doing that. Okay. Didn't think it was only going to be 3 of those questions there. Okay. Oh, yeah, burnt the remains. Okay. It took me a little bit to realize that was actually what I wanted to answer with.
Burnt remains of that rope in the incinerator at the church.
Yeah, it's definitely got to be that rope. Although the way the rope was made is what really makes me question on how exactly they used it. Since it's not a normal rope ladder by any means.
The culprit had used that rope to escape through the window.
Seemingly, yes. But definitely with the fact that it's gotta be through the window here. What traces did using the rope leave behind? Oh, the nails. Okay, wet floor, nope. Shutter structure, nope. There, that one. Nice try though. Yeah, the marks on the 2 dolls.
The doll under the window had some rub marks on it.
Yep, that's definitely the case. Although, how it got out of the room is the real question for me.
The culprit must have tied the rope there. That's why those nails had been hammered in below the window.
Although, how exactly it was pulled out is unknown.
It wouldn't be possible to climb down a rope simply hooked onto a window. Unless you've had special training for it.
Special training?
There's no way an amateur could manage it. That can't be how things went down.
Special training, you say?
In that case, it couldn't have been an ordinary rope. It must have been...
Must have been what, exactly?
That? I can't hear you!
What were the rope's burnt remains originally? I think a rope ladder. Safety line. Middle one. How do I answer that? Okay, rope ladder. I think it was a rope ladder. For sure. Although, how exactly it was used as a rope ladder is the real question. But we did go flying after saying that. But we're back inside the room though, which is good.
Ow. We're alive, I think.
We're definitely alive, although, that was pretty scary going flying out the window like that.
Yuma, are you okay?
I think so.
Yeah, thanks. You saved me, Halara.
Thanks for worrying about us. That's kind of uncharacteristic of you.
Correct. It's all thanks to me. Money well spent, no?
I still don't want to pay you, to be fair.
Well, it was a lot of money.
Yeah, fair enough, true. She's literally, basically our bodyguard at that point too, to be fair.
Come on! Are you two just gonna keep staring at each other all day? Let's get out of this locked room!
Yeah, it would probably be a good thing to get out of here.
Right.
Although, is that all we have here, though, for answers, though?
So this is the rope ladder in question.
Oh,
It certainly would help you escape.
okay. I see it. Although, how would you get the rope out? Is the question. It's a weird rope ladder. But with how it was designed, it doesn't look like it. Oh, half of it is missing.
The case are still unclear to me. Was this found in the church's incinerator?
Yep, and the servant told us that, which is one major reason why I think it cannot be him, because he was the only person to give us that information, and the criminal I would think would never give us that information. So I feel like it can't be him. So it's got to be out of the three others that we met: the worshipper, the priest, and the nun. The nun has a broken arm, and I'm wondering if that might be connected somehow, although she didn't really tell us why she had a broken arm. And she seemed very defensive about it, to the fact that she said, my dad works for the Amaterasu Corporation, and she was gonna turn us in if we continued any further on her. So, I feel like she's definitely a highly suspicious suspect. The worshipper is too, to be fair. The priest, not as sure about him. I feel like he's the safer of the options of the three to say that he isn't it, unless we get more information. But for the time being, it's out of the two, for sure. So it's a 50-50 out of those two. Although, we don't really see a reason for the nun, to be fair. And we do see a reason with the worshipper, but the thing is he seems too easy to call out to me. But I could be wrong.
That's right. It didn't concern me at the time, but it makes sense now.
It definitely made sense that entire time, because I kept going back to it.
The rope can be folded in the middle, and then the ends can be connected together.
Huh. Folded to the middle. I didn't think of it like that, honestly. But I guess, yeah, that makes sense with how there was marks on the nails. So, yeah, that makes a lot of sense.
And that's how they made a rope ladder.
Huh. That's pretty cool.
What makes you so sure it was used here?
Well, there's footprints on the bottom.
The nail under the window showed signs of friction from a rope, and had some yellow fibers on it.
Which is true.
A clergy member showed me the rope's burnt remains, and I noticed it was the same yellow color.
Well, he didn't actually show us that, to be fair, but he drew it, but he did say it was yellow.
And there were footprints on the ground below the window of the clock tower, facing the wall.
Which is true. Although, it was half a footprint, though, and not a full footprint.
Thinking about it now, these were clearly signs that someone climbed down the rope ladder and landed there.
Wait, wasn't the rope ladder hitched on that nail? How did they get it down from the bottom?
You could maybe make it, force it to go back up if you were to pull it or push it upwards to the point where it would unhook from the nails. Although, how would you get the window to clasp shut afterwards?
The culprit could have cut it one rung at a time as they descended.
Oh,
By the
yeah.
time they reached the bottom,
which would make sense why the two ends were seemingly just one rope. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So while they were making their way down, cutting each step all the way down. Okay, yeah, that makes a lot of sense. So they just pulled it out from one side then.
it would
Okay,
have been one long single rope, which they could easily pull down.
which is true. Although now the window is the real question.
The window's shutters fell due to its weight and locked automatically, completing the locked room.
Although when exactly and how? Just on its own?
Yep, that's a stellar deduction. Major props.
If you say so.
Me for training you.
Okay, so I guess maybe the rope kept it open? So when it was fully pulled back in, it was heavy enough to close itself afterwards. Although, doesn't seem like that would be the only thing. I thought you would maybe throw a rock or something to make it close, but... Okay, well, seems like we definitely figured that one out. Oh, looks like, Seth Burrows is back. But this time for a real,
The culprit used that rope ladder to escape the clock tower. What of it?
For a real, death, reasoning match. The only thing is interesting, get up there, buddy. You got some, accordion wings and, nice shiny, gladiator, robe. Huh. But, they definitely used the rope ladder to escape for sure, buddy. Yep, he's back. Pretty quickly, in fact.
Change our verdict at all. The watchmaker is the culprit.
You say that, but we actually learned that he was scared of heights. So he literally can't be it. Because I don't think he would climb down. Also, it just doesn't make sense for him to be it.
Master, boom, kill the mystery phantom blocking your path.
I don't think it's going to be that easy, Shinigami. We learned that from Swank.
Yeah.
But we'll try. But here we go. Reasoning deathmatch. For the very first time inside this mystery labyrinth. Against Seth Burrows. The only thing is what's he going to try and claim here? Because we got a couple options we can use against him. Although, we need to know exactly what he's going to throw at us. Okay, fear of heights? Yeah, definitely the fear of heights.
These deductions of yours are unnecessary.
You say that.
It's clear who the culprit is.
Yeah, but you don't know who it is.
Nearby at the time of the crime.
Which is true, but that doesn't really matter.
The watchmaker was also at the scene.
Which is true.
And he had a hammer for the nails.
Which he did, but that doesn't matter.
He committed the crime.
Sorry there, buddy.
After committing the crime, just as you deduced, he created that locked room.
You say
And
that,
escaped.
but that's not really true. And then that's where we swing. Nice try, though. But he's got a big fear of heights from what we learned from his son. But nice try there. But yeah, little Colon did tell us.
Afraid of heights.
The only thing is with that information, it's small, but it's enough to at least kind of take him out of the case here. With the fact that the kid does know that. Although it could have been used to protect him, but at least it's something.
He couldn't even look out the windows as he went up the tower. No way he climbed a rope ladder that high up.
Yeah, if he fell, he would have died for sure. And if you're afraid of heights, you're gonna freeze up immediately. So yeah, it really can't be him.
So it's impossible for him to have committed the crime. He's not the nail man.
He really can't be.
Damn you!
So what else do you got there, Seth? Anything else to throw at us that you think is true? Which is definitely not the case. Oh, looks like he's running away. Looks like it was enough information to make him leave. Okay,
You said
cool.
these mystery phantoms try to cover up the case, right?
Well, they definitely try. They fail every time, though. So far, at least.
Which means the peacekeeper Seth is trying to do just that.
Yep, he doesn't care if this case is solved or not.
I don't know why, but it's clear the peacekeepers are involved with this case.
Although for what reason is the real question.
Perhaps it is connected to Kanai Ward's ultimate secret.
Maybe. It's very possible, but what would that be though, and why? Because I feel like, if anything, the Kanai Ward's ultimate secret has to be something to do with the rain. Although, is that really true? Because there's also that global mystery as well, that we still need to solve as well on top of that.
All the more reason to seize the truth. Let's go.
Yeah, let's get on out of here.
Right.
The only thing is what do we do with this new information?
Jeez, who's the protagonist here?
All of us, I guess. But, into the next room we go. I think we're going back to the forest, I think. Definitely looks like a forest room, with how, red the door was. Oh no. back
By the
somewhere
way,
else.
Yuma, about your sword. Does it only work on cues and mystery phantoms?
No, I think there's a little bit more it can do.
The solution blade works against anything in the mystery labyrinth. So don't cut your allies by mistake, Master.
Yeah, please don't. That would be the worst possible thing to happen.
You could have told me that sooner.
Why would you want to know that information?
Can I use that sword?
That's a good question. I don't think she can.
Ooh, so sorry. Only Master is able to use it because he made a pact with yours truly.
Which makes sense.
You may be under the effects of coalescence, but you're just an extra here, Halara.
Or Halara can hold Halara every chance she gets.
So, nope, you can't use the solution blade.
But it does make a lot of sense why she can't, though, to be fair. Since the pact is literally everything here. And why we're even able to interact with anything here is because of that pact. So, makes sense.
I was merely curious. Regardless, it's best I act as support, since I don't have any memories of what happened.
Which is true. Since, because of the fact that you don't have a pact, you don't have any memories. If you did, you would be able to use those memories here, but the thing is because of that, you can't do anything, and I don't think Shinigami's gonna give you a pact anyways. So, plus I don't think you really want it, with the fact that we learned that it halved our life expectancy, so yeah, probably not the safest thing to have one.
Let's
Nonetheless.
return to the case.
Yeah, let's return to the case
Assuming
indeed.
the watchmaker isn't the culprit, do you have any notion of who is?
Well, you said before we left into the mystery labyrinth, it's gotta be someone from the church. So it's gotta be someone from there, because you were very adamant on it. And since you know the answer, and that's the reason why you lost your memories, it's 100% one of them. The only thing is which one.
I do.
You definitely do.
Halara, during the investigation, you claimed one of the people at the church is the culprit.
Which is true,
I think I understand the reason why now.
because it can literally only be one of them.
That rope was found inside the incinerator, which only clergy members could access.
The only thing is the worshipper isn't a clergy member. He's a person that just happens to go to the church. So, which he said himself. So, does that also take him out of the running? That's a real question.
In other words, whoever tried to destroy the evidence is a member of the church.
Seemingly, yes.
Prompt and logical. I am quite impressive.
That's fair. You are pretty impressive. Little greedy, but impressive nonetheless.
Wait, you're tooting your own horn?
Well, she's got a good reason to. But, ooh. We're inside the church, actually. Of all places. I didn't realize that's what we were in. Little Nubis statues here. Interesting little place here. But, what are we seeing here? Those are all the locked rooms. Okay. What's with the, oh, there's a giant chest in the middle. Usually when we got one of those, we got something out of it. I see. You solve mysteries like this to progress your way through the labyrinth.
Wow!
You catch on quick, Halara. I'm only now getting the hang of things.
It may look peculiar at first, but the structure is exceedingly logical. It's easy to understand.
That's amazing, Halara. Huh. What about you, Shinigami?
No.
I wonder what lies ahead.
There's always a chest at the end of a labyrinth. I'm sure you'll find some treasure.
I'd rather get information about the case than treasure. Yeah, same here. But, let's see what's going on inside treasure chest.
Treasure chest. Can I open it?
Well, you already did. So, thanks, I guess.
Check it out! A new solution key!
What kind of solution key? Oh, persons with access to the incinerator. We kind of already knew that, to be fair. Only clergy members have access to the incinerator. Surprised that wasn't one already for us. But, oh, into the forest again, and this time the fourth one's
Back to
burned.
the original spot.
Okay, so I guess we can't go back then. Makes sense, though. We don't need to go back.
So, we cleared the first route.
Apparently so.
We just need to keep this up and go through each shrine one by one to gather clues about the culprit.
Seemingly, yes.
Which supposedly leads to solving the real-life case. I'm starting to understand how the mystery labyrinth operates.
It's pretty easy to figure it out for that way. The only thing is the actual solving of the mystery is pretty decently hard, depending on if you don't know the full idea of what's going on with the case. But if you understand the case, it's easy to solve it. The only thing is the escape routes and everyone are definitely curious for sure. But yeah, it's definitely an interesting place for sure, though.
You learn fast. Unlike a certain master I know.
Well, thanks, Shinigami.
If you're so impressed, why don't you just sign a pact with Halara?
There's literally no reason for Halara to have a pact.
Oh, are you sulking? You're the jealous kind, aren't ya?
Well, we're just more sad that we're getting outshined than anything.
Not.
But, yeah, we're definitely getting jealous about her destroying us in our own little game here, with us being pretty decent at it as detectives inside here.
We're short on time, aren't we? Let's move on.
Yeah, technically, but yeah, let's definitely move on.
Right.
So where next?
I can't wait to reap the culprit's soul.
You say that, but we still don't really know who it is yet.
What do we do next?
Well, 1, 2, or 3. Are we going in order, or are we gonna go at random now?
You can choose whichever you want, so why not start with the one you're most confident with?
Most confident, you say?
Let's see.
Yeah, what do you think, Yuma? Oh, do I actually get to choose? Oh, I do. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, cool.
Hey,
You decide which to solve first. I'll follow your lead.
Okay. What about you, Shinigami? What you got?
Not bad at all.
So which locked room do you want to solve next? Hurry up and decide, Master.
Okay. Well, honestly, number 1 is where I want to go next. I feel like I know how they escaped that room.
The first locked room happened 6 months ago in a secret club in Kamasaki district.
Yep. The only thing is well, is my deduction correct? Because I feel like they were hiding inside the vents there. Although, were they? That's a real question. Since we couldn't see people in her ability, so it's like, we don't know for sure if they were in there or not. If we could definitely tell, though. But, I feel like we should know this one, I think.
An old geezer was nailed to the wall in an underground casino.
Yep.
If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Okay, in we go then.
Are you going to the first locked room?
Yep, that's the case, Mrs. Dolly. Let's get on in there then. Still, creepy that those dolls talk to us, honestly. But in we go indeed. The only thing is am I right on that fence? I feel pretty confident about it, though. They said which one you feel confident with most, go there first. So, let's go here.
We're trapped inside a locked room again.
Well, obviously. You should get used to this at this point. Thought you loved
The
them.
mystery isn't solved? Then I won't escape this place.
I thought you didn't really care about that.
Trapped in a cramped room with these two.
I thought you liked us.
Sounds kind of fun, actually.
I was about to say, like, why would you hate that? That makes no sense.
I have no intention of playing along with your fantasies. Yuma, hurry up and take care of this.
Yeah, we definitely need to take care of this
Yeah,
before she goes
okay.
crazy. But, I feel like it is definitely the vent. Where did the culprit flee from? Definitely the
I used
vents.
Halara's forte with my coalescence for the first time.
Which is true.
Post-cognition allowed us to see the crime scene as it was in the past. Some things were obviously different.
But some things were obviously the same.
Those are most suspicious.
Yeah, anything that moved was definitely the most suspicious things about that case. Spot selection, definitely the vents. There's no doubt about that. So definitely the vent. There's no way. there was no screws on the vent in the past.
What about the vent?
The only thing is how did they get in the vents? Is the real question, because I feel like maybe the rope was used multiple times. Although maybe it wasn't the same rope every single time, to be fair. Because we saw broken nails here, right?
Through the vent?
I really do.
Yes, I'm sure of it.
But now it's to prove that it was that vent.
When I saw the crime scene with your post-cognition, the screws on the four corners of the vent cover were removed.
Which is true. And then also the nails were bent downwards. For the fact, like, as like maybe a hand, like, grip, or something to at least maybe put some kind of rope towards, like the rope ladder.
Which means the culprit must have escaped from there.
Seemingly. But I do think it is. Oh, hello, Seth. Long time no see, buddy. You're definitely a slender man that could fit in there.
How ludicrous.
You say that, but it's gotta be where they hid. But here we go, got Seth in our way again.
You're saying the culprit escaped from the vent? That's impossible.
To you it may be, but it's definitely where they escaped to. No other place.
Full of holes until he's a makeshift golf course.
Okay then. I guess that would make him a golf course in a way. But didn't think of it like that, but okay then. Good question. But huh. Looks like we got another megaphone though. Oh no, new singing deathmatch. I wasn't sure if we were gonna do that thing where we fell off the side of the building again or not. But into the next area of this we go, the second reasoning deathmatch. But now we gotta figure out how he went through that. Definitely would be good to look at everything. Secret club of nails beneath the vents. Oh, hey, my skill's actually just making it one single thing. That's good. Some of the nails beneath the vent are bent downwards. Now we just need to use that to our advantage is the only thing. Okay.
How ludicrous.
You say that, but
They used the vent.
yeah, obviously. Gotta wait for that one though.
That's utterly impossible.
Sure.
Think of where that vent is. Isn't it pretty high up?
You say that.
Way you could get there.
There definitely is.
Even if the cover was removed.
Yeah, sorry there, buddy. Oh. Really? That wasn't the swing? Huh.
Oh, we already know the vent cover is easily removed. Are the nails really connected?
Then...
If the cover was open to get out through the vents, we need to figure out how it was reached in the first place. Couldn't it have been used? Couldn't you have used the nails? Let's check the solution keys and think it over.
Okay. I thought that would be the swing, but apparently not. Okay.
Used the vent.
He definitely did. I wish you could stay down. Ooh, okay, well, I was trying to. Okay, now it's just speeding up out of nowhere. Thanks, game.
Isn't it pretty high up?
It is, but that's not the case, though.
Could get there.
Ooh, trying to get those noises without getting hits. Sometimes they do just smack you if you're not careful.
To use to reach it.
Oh, there definitely was. It was just later into his conversation there for the vent. But there we go. Down goes another one. Nice try, though. We have more than enough information.
The bottom of the vent were bent downward.
Which could make a foothold of sorts.
The culprit used the nails driven into the wall as footing to reach the vent.
But now is the question on... Well, everyone was slim, except for the servant. So that actually rules him out immediately, actually. I just thought of that. I didn't think of it like that, but... The thing is you need to be small and slim to go inside that vent. And the servant is not really slim, so that rules him out completely. But honestly, I didn't suspect him at all anyways. I felt like he gave us enough information to the point where he was the safest person to rule out of everybody. So I'm very happy that I was right there.
The weight caused the nails to bend.
Which is true. Since nails are pretty easy to bend with your body weight, I would think. No matter how big you are, since they're not meant to be stood on to be at any points. But not bad. Not bad at all. 2 locked room mysteries solved. Seemingly. Nope, we're not out of here, actually.
So you're forced to fight this way every time. Quite the test of endurance.
It is a quest of endurance, for sure.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah, no kidding indeed.
However, solving the mystery itself was simple. The nails were used as footing to escape through the vent.
Yep. And then they just sat in there while they were trying to solve the crime.
Did you find that out using my post-cognition?
Yeah, pretty much. Because of the fact that we didn't see the screws on it. And since we can't see living things with your ability, we had to kind of deduce that from there.
Yeah, without your help, this case would have been impossible to solve.
Yeah, definitely.
You'll never be considered a full-fledged detective until you can handle a case like this on your own.
We wouldn't be the one being called to this case, to be fair, in normal circumstances.
Sorry.
But if you say so, we literally can't see your power ability without your help, to be fair, so you can't really get on us for that.
You got lectured again. Sucks to be a rookie, huh?
Nah, she's just being a little too much on that one. That's literally something we couldn't do. So we can't be called out for that one, because everyone has their own forte, and that's more of a forte for someone like Halara.
Anyway, let's head out. We'll use the nails on the wall as footing, just like you deduced.
Yep, and see if we can indeed go through there.
Let's hurry.
Although, it may be small, it's definitely gotta be the way to get out of here. Oh. Interesting. Didn't actually have to go through. But, it was the way out. Okay, cool.
The mystery labyrinth. Such a bizarre place.
You could say that again, that's for sure.
I must ask, is there no way to escape besides solving the mysteries?
No. We'll, get lost forever, and if we, mess up, we'll go brain dead forever. So, yeah, it's, not good.
You mean like an emergency exit? Unfortunately, I don't think that exists.
Unless Shinigami didn't tell us. Is there one?
An emergency exit, huh? Well, there is one. Kinda.
Kinda? What do you mean by that? Really?
But it doesn't solve anything. You'll just go right back to the mess you came from.
Oh, yeah, yes, yeah, we'll just go back to, being, surrounded again.
Besides, to use the emergency exit, you'll have to pay a heavy, heavy price.
Heavy price? What kind of heavy price?
And that is?
Yeah, well, what kind of heavy price?
Don't worry about it. Using it here wouldn't help anyway.
If you say so. But with the fact that she brought that up, I think we might use one of those at some point. The only thing is maybe it won't be as, in a place where, you know, we'll be surrounded like every other time so far. Because I feel like one of these mysteries we might end up going in early. Maybe. I'm not 100% on that, but with the fact that they brought all that up, that seems like we might run into that at some points. Could be wrong, but it's worth a guess, for sure.
So, never mind. Just concentrate on solving the mystery.
Okay. Well, good information to know in general that there is a emergency exit, although there's a heavy price to pay with it. What kind of heavy price? That's a real good question.
Got it.
Huh, yeah, I got it, though. Okay, back into the church we go. 2 mystery labyrinths solved. 2 more to find for the answer for it. Although the other 2 I'm not as confident about. If it's like before, there should be a solution key here. It will reveal the perpetrator of the crime at the secret club once you obtain it. You should check it thoroughly. Maybe. What about you, Shinigami? Maybe there's a solution key like the one from before. Should be. I wonder what kind of key it is. I can't wait. Okay. Well, solution key number 2. What you got?
Another treasure.
Another treasure? But what kind of solution key to go with it?
So, who's gonna open the treasure chest this time? How about, whoever looks like they'd win a character popularity poll?
I don't think it's you, honestly. I'm gonna be honest. Shinigami would be probably decently high up there, but I do think there is other characters that will win a popularity poll over her, to be fair. Because, honestly, she's a little crazy sometimes, to a fault.
Oh, that's me.
Well, I'm sorry to answer you this, but that's not true. I feel like Vivia is more interesting than Shinigami, in my honest opinion. I feel like there might be a lot more to his character than we can see so far at the current moment. Just because he seems like he's got a lot of, like a dark, like, aroma to him when it comes to personality-wise. Which might be pretty interesting if we get to team up with him in the future.
Alright! Another solution key!
What's the solution key, though? Oh, the actual thin person. Only someone with a slender build could have used the nails as footing or escaped from the vents.
Looks like another clue leading us toward the culprit.
Seemingly so.
Someone thin.
Definitely not the servant, which is good to hear because I didn't want to call him out. I thought he seemed pretty cool.
Considering the culprit used those nails as footing, they would have to be nimble.
They definitely would.
And given the size of the vent, only someone thin could fit through it.
Which would make sense.
The culprit must be thin. We're narrowing down the possibilities quite nicely.
Yeah, now it's only 75% of the people
Keep it up,
instead of
Master.
100,
This
which
is
is
all
good.
thanks to my training.
Although, it was already someone I wasn't suspecting at all, to be fair. So, honestly, it didn't really deduce anything for me, personally. Because I remembered that with the vents. There it is, number 1's complete. 2 and 3 now.
Alright, let's keep going and solve the remaining locked rooms.
Okay. I think second one would be more confident than number 3. So, I'm gonna say door was the answer for that for both of those, though, I think. The main door. Because there is no other way out of both of those rooms. The only thing is the keys is the real problem. But, I don't think they would have anything new to say, but I'll check, just in case. Okay, just following our lead. And then what about you, Shinigami?
Not bad at all.
Okay, just the same as before. Okay. Kinda curious on why this one had blue paint on it, though. That is kinda weird why, out of all the trees, this one had the blue paint on it. It wasn't the blunt force trauma
Second
one.
locked room mystery occurred 3 months ago in that mansion.
So 6 months, 3 months, 1 month. And then 0. Interesting that there was a 3-month gap in between 4 and 3, technically, with, first and second, if we go in the order. So, weird that's 3 months in between those, 2 months in between the second and the third, and only 1 month in between the third and the fourth. That is quite strange. Why they started speeding up out of nowhere.
The corpse was inside the study, and the room's key was found underneath the corpse.
Yep, and I feel like the string was the main attachment to that one.
If you think you're up for it, then let's solve this thing.
Okay, let's get on in there
Are you
then.
going to the second locked room?
Yep, Miss Dolly, that is indeed the case. So in we go. Third locked room? Honestly, let's see what's going on with ya. But yeah, it's definitely gotta be tied. Wait, depending on Shinigami's emotional state, not only can her horns and tail spout out, but her entire body can take a fiery form. What? We didn't know that, but cool, I guess. Huh.
There are dolls nailed across the room. The victim is nailed down in the same manner.
Yep.
And the culprit was also missing from this room? It shares common traits with the other Nailman killings.
All being locked room mysteries.
And we're trapped again. Looks like you gotta solve the mystery of this locked room, or we're not leaving.
Which seems to be the case, but I do think it is the door on this one. It's just that, How the key was, you know, sent back into the room is the real question. But here we go. Where did the culprit flee from? So it looks like that's the main question here. For every single one, where did they flee from?
And the only key was underneath the body.
Which is true.
There are no windows that could have been used to escape, and the vent is too small to fit through.
Seemingly so, but we do know there was a string attached to those vents, with the help of Shinigami.
So how did the culprit escape from here?
That's the real question. Okay, spot selection. I feel like it is the door, so let's just go about with the door as the selection. There's no other way.
This has to be the spot.
It just has to be. There's no other place. We didn't see a trap door or anything like that, so only place is that door. Now to just figure out
the culprit had to have taken this door to the hallway.
How the string was used exactly. Because it was attached to the doll, slid underneath the guy's neck, and pulled out the vent on the top of the door. But other than that, we really don't have any answer to that.
Huh? There's nothing special about that.
No, there definitely is.
But there's no other possibility. There isn't another entrance or exit.
Which is completely true.
The door itself was locked and the key was found under the corpse, right?
Yep, and there isn't a copy of the key either. So, we have to deduce that it was just the door, and the vent that's attached to the top.
After locking it from outside in the hallway, how did the culprit enter the room and put the key under the corpse?
Via a special mechanic that we can kinda see, but we can't see the entire effect of it.
Try it. Everything must be verified.
Yep, everything must be verified indeed. Oh, you got
Sure.
key. Okay, so as long as we have the key, we can actually test this theory. Okay. We'll open the door. And the Q did pop out,
After
though.
committing the crime, the culprit went out to the hallway with the key in hand. They then locked the door.
Which is true.
Assuming that's the only way to create this locked room, the problem is...
How did the key get back in?
What are you going to do with that key in your hand, Master?
Well, that's a good question there, Shinigami.
Don't tell me you still have no idea.
We saw the string marks, so hopefully he
Hold on, let me
can let
think
us
this
do
over.
that.
We should go back inside for now.
Yeah, for now we need to go back in. There's no reason to... Huh?
Huh?
That's weird.
Looks like we're locked out.
Why? Don't we have the key, though? What's going on underneath us?
Master, you better hurry or you'll fall into the abyss!
That's not good at all.
What do I do?
Good question.
You just need to solve the mystery. Doing that will open a path.
I would hope so, honestly.
You can do it, can't you?
I would hope so.
Yes, I'll try.
Okay, so I think I know what this is. This is when we were running in the original one where we had to select it really quickly. Or we'd fall into the underground area, but we would come back up and get a second try. But we'd lose HP every time we failed, I think. It's been a while since we've done one,
We
though.
have to put the key back in the locked room, right? In that case...
Because of the culprit, what happened to the key? It was thrown in.
That's right. The key could be slid through the gap in the vent cover above the door.
Yep. The only thing
And
is
if they
how
managed to throw
exactly.
the key right under the corpse from here,
I don't think they threw it underneath them. Like that. There's more to it.
it stopped.
Okay, well that didn't go underneath the body, though. That's weird.
But nothing happened. The door is still closed.
I'm surprised it still happened like that with the fact that the key didn't go underneath the body. I was thinking that I was going to have us solve that too right now. But it looks like it gave us a breather.
If it was wrong, a trap would have activated. So we're on the right track about the key being thrown in.
Which is good.
But there's more to it than that. If you simply threw it in, it'd be impossible to position it under the corpse.
For what you can possibly see. But since you forgot about the the string mark, since you lost all your memories on the case, you wouldn't be able to remember that.
I see. So this is the vital clue for this locked room. I'm beginning to understand what happened here.
And I think I understand what happened. It's just the positioning of how the string was used is really the question.
Halara, have you already solved the trick to this locked room?
Well, she is a prodigy at this point, from what we can understand.
You haven't?
I think I have.
Hey, quit playing hard
Although
to get
Yuma
and
might
tell
not
us.
have.
Or just me. You can whisper it in my ear.
Well, you could actually for Shinigami.
If you want information from me, you'll have to pay a fitting price in Shien.
This again? I thought you didn't want to die in here. Honestly, you should be asking for money now.
Of course. I don't work for cheap.
Okay, well, just, the price of your life then. How about that?
You really are a devil. Trying to take money from a death god, huh?
The key was definitely tossed inside. But that doesn't explain how it got under the corpse.
It really doesn't. But the information we have about the string underneath the neck mark of the body does answer the question, though.
So, how did the culprit pull off that trick after tossing the key in?
Well, only one way
Maybe the
to
corpse
answer that
was
question.
moved? That would explain how it was on top of the key.
Which is fair, but it couldn't have been moved. Although, it could have actually, with the fact that the vertical and the sideways blood marks, I forgot about that being one of our solution keys.
But how do you move a body from outside a locked room?
That is a good question. Oh, it locked us out again. Even further.
The way's completely blocked off.
That's not good.
But the only things here that can block our progress are mysteries, right?
Which is true. True.
That's true. So, we just need to solve the mystery.
The only question is, how did he move the body? I don't think it feel like a string could have moved him. He's nailed down. But, looks like we got another...
At least give me a heads up first.
He really was moved. Really? Huh?
It says, how was the corpse moved?
Really? That's really the question here?
I've been trying to figure it out for a while, but...
I have no idea.
Evidence was left at the scene.
True.
Huh?
The string, but I don't feel like the string was what did it.
If you look at the evidence, you'll understand what tool the culprit used to pull this off.
Really?
Tool?
Tool, you say?
That's all the advice I'll provide. You must figure out the rest yourself if you wish to be a true detective.
Okay.
Got it.
Really?
Got it? You just want the mystery solved for you, huh? I can tell, because I'm your mentor.
Really?
So, I'll help you out. Are you ready? You better be.
Okay, I think I am.
Ready for what?
I think she's gonna smack us upside the head, I think.
Get all out, master!
Okay. Is it? Oh no, it's barrel time. I was about to say, I thought they were gonna send us back. Okay. So barrel time. The most interesting of the puzzles. I still gotta say that. Although we do have a slower barrel turn now, which is good. Although we don't have the minus letters on the barrel though, which is unfortunate. But here we go. Shinigami puzzle time, and time to figure this out from here. The culprit used a blank string. It's gotta be string. A victim's neck. And then we'll toss in the gouged out eyes too, just so we have them. Just because it's good information just because I'd like to see what she says. What marks were on the corpse's neck besides strangulation marks? What sorts of marks were on the edge of the edge of the doll's eye sockets? So now we just gotta wait for it. Although it seems a little too slow in my honest opinion. You gotta go faster than that, please. Is that a T? I don't know if that's a T. It isn't. Okay. Well, that's the T there. Now we just need an R, and an I, and then a G. Although it's going way too slow for me to be able to solve this. Please go... I wish there was a way to speed it up. That would be nice. But, there we go. STRING. And then we're good. And then from there, we know about the string now, for sure. Although I'm not sure how the body can be moved with a piece of string. But, if you say so, we'll go with it. So, string it is. Huh. But how can you move a body with a piece of string? We saw the mark on the neck, but if you say so. But it would make sense, though, with the fact that we do know the string was involved with the key. But that's still strange, because they're nailed down. Although, not... Oh wait, no, I guess it could make sense. Because of the body on the top. There was evidence
of a thin string being used at the scene of the crime.
Yeah, okay, I forgot about that. The top of the body wasn't all the way nailed down, it only went through the chest. So you can move him like a clock. Kind of. So all they had to do was just pull the string to the point where it would reposition them to being able to be laid onto the actual, person. Although, what about the string on getting it out of the room, though?
A sturdy and thin string like a fishing line must have been used to move the body.
Which a fishing line would definitely make sense. Wait, it looks like Seth Burroughs is back.
You really think a tiny string could move a whole corpse?
It's a fishing line. Fishing line is pretty tough. I've seen fishing line pull in like 300-pound fish. It's tough stuff, man. And that guy was not very big from what we could see from the corpse, so it definitely could be able to pull him.
There he is again! That rude and gloomy guy!
He's definitely rude and gloomy. You could definitely say that one.
That deduction is wrong. You're wrong.
You're wrong. You have no idea how this case was made or done.
What could be wrong about it? Master sounded really confident just now.
I'm pretty confident about it too, honestly.
Listen, the nails in that corpse's leg pierced through his body and into the floor.
Which may be the case, but you could still move the body somewhat, since it's not like it's completely locking them in place.
Which means the corpse was fixed in place. So how could the corpse be moved?
And plus the bloodstains on him also prove the points.
Oh, true. If the corpse was stuck in place, it'd be impossible to move it.
Which seems to be the case, but
Indeed.
I feel like there's more to it.
It would be impossible.
Halara, you think so too? So I was wrong the whole time?
I feel like more than anything, the key was pulled underneath the guy's neck than anything, though. It's into the reasoning, maybe not a reasoning deathmatch, actually. Okay, looks like we got more of that megaphone thing.
Door.
But there goes our room again.
The truth is slipping further away!
Which is definitely not good.
Of course it is. Because your deduction is wrong.
Nah, you only just believe it's wrong.
You people will never reach the truth. This is the end.
You say that, but you don't even know if that's the truth either. So, nice try though.
Let's take him down first!
Yeah, we definitely need to get him out of our way.
Yeah.
The only thing is how. But, reasoning deathmatch, here we come. Wasn't thinking it was going to be a reasoning deathmatch here, to be fair. Just because not all places look like they're going to be leading into those because of the first one that we ran into with Seth Burroughs at the beginning. But, here we go. Third reasoning deathmatch. What you got for us, buddy? Oh, we got two options this time. Okay, let's see here. The dolls with the eyes gouged out or the bloodstains on the corpse. Blood from the nails driven from the upper and lower body is flowing in different directions. Bloodstains would not look like this if the corpse was lying face up. Lying face up, you say. And then also the dolls with the eyes gouged out. The doll was made of resin, not porcelain. It looks like thin string rubbed against the inner corners of the eyes. So maybe this one
Your
first.
deduction is wrong.
Okay.
Do you have any proof that the corpse was moved?
You don't either. I was gonna try and dodge that.
Place.
You say that, but you don't know that either. Oh,
It didn't
really?
move a millimeter. In fact, that corpse shows no sign it was ever moved.
You are completely wrong there, buddy. And I'm gonna prove it, just because of the fact that it obviously was moved. Cool, we had the right one, which is good.
No,
Now to just prove it.
Evidence the body had been moved.
Definitely was moved, but how
The
exactly?
upper and lower parts of the body bled out differently.
Which is true.
The blood from the lower body flowed naturally outwards, along the body's outline.
Which definitely seems to be the case. The only thing is how exactly the body moved with the legs being the way they are is the main problem.
But blood from the upper body looks like it flowed in a downward direction, toward his hips. If the corpse was motionless on its back, there wouldn't be such unusual blood stains.
Yeah, there really wouldn't. It's really strange. Like, maybe he could have been sitting upwards. Maybe that could have been the way it was done. Maybe. But,
In other words, it's safe to assume the body's position was different from when it was discovered.
seemingly, yes. But it looks like we got him again. Is he done for the count, though, is the real question. Looks like he is. Okay, looks like he might leave us alone for a little bit. Maybe until the next locked room. But, Q's are doing something. Oh. He tripled.
What? What's this?
Yeah, what is this, actually?
Gross! We gotta hurry and get through that door.
We really do.
Unusual circumstances. It doesn't matter.
Huh. Yeah, it totally doesn't matter. It definitely, got your eyes to open up for a second, though.
As long as the corpse was pinned to the floor, it couldn't be moved.
You say that, but you don't know that.
You can't change the truth.
You can't either, buddy.
Even this didn't work? Am I just wrong about it all?
No, it was definitely put back inside the room.
No, you're correct. The answer you've reached using the evidence is the truth.
It's gotta be.
Halara!
There's no doubt a fine string was used in this case. Evidence at the crime scene indicate the corpse was moved.
It definitely was. Because it wouldn't make any sense otherwise.
So all that remains is to answer, how was the pin body moved?
I feel like in a sitting position. And then when the string was pulled out, eventually, it was forced to be able to sit back down.
That bizarre bloodstain holds the clue to all of this.
Seemingly, yeah.
The bloodstain?
It's gotta be it.
If the bloodstain is the clue for how the body could be moved, even while pinned...
It's gotta be exactly the position he was sitting in.
Master, we gotta chase after the door. It's getting further away.
It is definitely getting further away. But how do we get over there is real.
Hey, wait!
You trying to hang us with the thing?
I won't let you!
Oh, here he comes again. Well, time to run. What about Halara, though? Oh, okay, she's good. I was about to say. It looks like we need to... What position was the corpse in before it was moved? Oh, I didn't even get a choice there. To be fair, I accidentally pressed the D-pad. I didn't know that would select something. Okay. Interesting. Okay, now that, I don't press that, let's do this right. So what position was the corpse in? Standing on its legs, upper body was sitting up, for sure, it's gotta be that one. Okay, one of him down, two more to go.
That's right! The corpse was sitting up at first.
It was definitely sitting
That's
up,
why only the wounds in the upper half of the body bled straight down.
which would make a lot of sense. Plus the nails weren't drilled in on the top of the body. What was used to sit the body upright? The thin string would have to be the answer. So let's go for thin string, knock another set out. leaving us with just one, the main
string
one.
I mentioned before was thin but sturdy.
Yep, fishing line, based on what you said.
It was all over the room, holding the body's upper half in place.
Yep,
That's the reason only the corpse's neck had marks on it.
which would make a lot of sense. But now is the final piece of the puzzle. Why was the corpse lying on its back at the time of the discovery? The string was retrieved, the string was cut, the string was retrieved in some way. Down goes Seth Burrows, and we are free to get back to our
Then
case.
retrieved all the string that kept the corpse in place from outside the door.
Although, how did he retrieve the string is the real question.
And with nothing to support it, the top half of the corpse fell back to the floor, just like how it was discovered.
Seemingly, yeah. Okay. That's a lot of good information, but the thing is that had to be one lucky throw, though, to be honest.
It appears this locked room mystery will finally be solved.
Seemingly. We're getting closer. Oh, we're allowed back in. Good. Let's get out of the outside area so we don't go falling again.
Huh?
Oh.
When did that happen?
We got the fishing line now.
Maybe you're supposed
Okay.
to recreate the locked room in the same way the culprit did.
That would make sense.
Master, you know the answer, right? Let's finish this.
Also, Halara drew a picture of it, so let's definitely remember how she drew it. Okay. Recreate the locked room. Okay, something new,
You
too.
gotta think like the culprit, Master.
Okay, locked room recreation. Think about how the culprit created the locked room and follow the same steps to complete the room.
That place is suspicious.
Inspect items, following sequence of events. Some of the items weren't used in the crime, so be careful. Okay, locked room things are 5, so there's 5 things connected to it. Really?
You have to recreate the culprit's locked room mystery.
Okay. She didn't say that all the way, though. You gotta recreate the culprit's process to create a locked room mystery. You definitely do. Okay, first things first, let's see what Halara and
You have to
Shinigami think.
recreate the locked room to prove you solved the mystery.
Okay,
You already know the answer. All that's left is to retrace the steps. Simple, no?
it's simple. Okay. And then, you.
Master, go recreate the locked room.
Okay,
Think about the steps the culprit took to create the locked room and check each spot.
okay, got it. Okay, let's look at the picture she drew. Oh, we can't. Well, that's not good. Okay, well, obviously the doll.
Maybe you got the order wrong. Stay
Oh.
calm. Collect your thoughts.
Okay.
First, you need to tie the fishing line down. Find a sturdy spot where it can be easily retrieved later.
Okay, you want me to start from there. Ow! I didn't think I would take damage from that, but thanks. Okay, vent then. Let's just tie it to the vent.
First, a knot was tied through a slit in the vent.
Yep.
After that, the fishing line was drawn away to another location. In terms of sequence, it'd probably be easier to start with things that are fixed in place.
Which is true. Fixed in place, you say, though? That's a real good question to everything. So, from the vent, now we just gotta figure out where it was tied to. Well, there's only 4 selections here, so, interesting. The painting's also a selection. We don't know if the painting was upright or not. But I guess the desk light?
Does this location matter? You're supposed to be searching for where the fishing line went next.
Okay.
Master, you said you're looking for something that's fixed in place. Why don't you search for that?
Huh. Really? We still take damage from that? Okay. Well, the doll then.
That's it! It passed through
That would be the
doll's
last
eye.
thing it's connected to, but okay. But yeah, the eyeless doll is definitely creepy.
And then the fishing line passed through the eye to somewhere else.
Well, I Can't be the corpse yet, I would think. So I guess the painting?
No, there's no
Really?
need for the line to go there. Stay calm and try to gather your thoughts. You
If
proved
you
that
say so.
yourself already. The line is what propped the upper part of the body up.
Uh-huh. But does it go directly to the body, though? Because there's 5 things here. Okay.
Right.
With the fact that it's
The line was
5
then
things
passed
is
around
why
a
I'm
certain point
confused.
on the corpse. That was...
It would have to be him. Under the neck, under the hips. It's under the neck.
here, behind the neck. The line ends here to support it.
It would make a lot of sense, too.
Now, it's clear that the line passed through the vent, the doll's eye, and ended beneath the neck.
Which is true.
Hang on. Why pull the line through the doll first? Can't you just start by pulling it from under the body?
Maybe,
To
but...
support the body's weight, the line needs to pass through the doll first, as it was fixed in place.
Which makes sense.
Next, the fishing line.
Now I gotta figure out where the fishing line went. Okay, well, if it went there, I guess the desk light?
There are 3 points with signs of wear from the line. That should tell you what happened next.
Well, we got all 3 of those.
Think it over one more time.
That does... okay. You sure it went back to the door? I guess the door is re-selectable, but... there's 2 other options, though. But I don't think it would go back to the vents.
Return the line to the vent.
Really? Huh.
This kept the corpse's upper torso in place. The room has been completely prepared. So next...
Okay, but how'd they get the line back, then, after that? Well, I guess it's just the door itself now, then, because now it's reselectable.
The culprit exited through the door and locked it with the key. And then...
Okay, the reason why I got confused on that is the 5 selection there. I thought because the fact they gave us the desk lamp and the painting, it was forced to be connected to it, and that's why I kept going to those. Okay, now that I know that they were just red herrings, now I understand what we were supposed to do the whole time. If I knew that there was going to be red herrings, I wouldn't even have selected those, to be fair. Because I didn't think that they were connected at all. So, they were, but it made me think it was, just because of that. But okay. Vent gap. It was definitely... door gap. There is no door gap. He did not take it home. He definitely made it go through the vent gap.
Through the gap in the vent.
Yep. But now, to put it all into motion.
If the culprit managed to drop the key next to the corpse, the only thing left was to untie the line. Then,
Which is true.
the corpse,
Oh.
which was supported only by the line, would fall face up on top of the key.
True, actually. Huh. Yeah, that does make a lot of sense, actually, now that we see it.
The culprit created the locked room.
Yep. And the door being the answer is indeed true.
Hooray! You did it! That's my master!
Well, it was definitely quite a lot of moving parts in that one. But yeah, that's gotta be the answer. And 5 of 5, meaning we are done here. Locked room completes. Cool. Okay. Well, 3 of 4 now complete, leaving us with just 1 more locked room to solve. And then from there, we need to piece together who the culprit is. Does that mean we're almost to the culprit, then?
Bloodstains were strange.
Since, we were done with Swank as soon as we figured out, well, how everything happened. So then we started dealing with the culprit for Chapter 0 almost immediately after that. So that means we're getting closer to the culprit here soon. The only thing is I still don't really know who it could possibly be.
The length of the nails driven into the upper and lower body were different.
But I'm still thinking between the worshipper and the nun at the current moment. Just based off of, the broken arm makes me feel like, something happened recently. Maybe she fell off the clock tower, you never know. But, I don't know, she was very defensive about the arm, and that's why I keep thinking of her. There would be no reason to be defensive about it if there was nothing to it.
The nails on the upper half didn't penetrate all the way through the body.
Which is true.
But the nails on the lower half went all the way through and into the floor.
Yep, and we learned that entirely at the crime scene.
That was how the lower half could be secured, while the upper half could still be moved around.
Which makes a lot of sense.
That sure was tricky, but you managed to solve the mystery behind it.
The only thing is we still have one left, and I'm not very confident on the third one, from what we've seen. But I do understand on how it could possibly work, for sure. But let's talk to Halara and Shinigami before we head into our key. The mansion study was quite an elaborate locked room.
Except...
Yeah, but what we know so far isn't enough to pinpoint who the culprit is. Calm down. We're only partway through the labyrinth. Even if we solved everything at the last second, it's still solved. True. What about you, Shinigami?
Hey!
Now, where's the next solution key? Master, come on down and solve this mansion locked room. Next up to win big. Halara, saving the day. It's a new me.
What are you even imitating?
We are the first 3 contestants of the Scythe is Right.
The Scythe is right. Huh. Price is right. Interesting. Alright, moving on. Yeah, moving on indeed. Okay, treasure chest number 3.
Looks like we finally made it to the treasure chest.
Definitely did. Although, what kind of information are we going to get from this
Speaking
one?
of, don't you think that whoever worked the hardest should get to open it?
Okay, Halara, you get it.
Which is me, of course.
Yep, totally. Okay, fishing line locked room. Fishing line was used in the locked room mystery of the mansion study.
This is probably another clue leading to the culprit. I'm not sure how we use it.
Yeah, I'm not really sure either. Thing is, though, Seth didn't actually confront us about that one. I'm surprised about that. He confronted us at the beginning of the locked room there, but he didn't dispute what we said about the fishing line, which is surprising. Don't know why, though.
Still, it must be used for something. Hold on to it for now.
We'll definitely hold on. Okay. Well, there it is. Number 2 is down, leaving us with just 3 left. Yeah, just 1 more left to solve. The only thing is what exactly do we do with that information now that we have gone through with what we have?
Right.
But yeah, only 1 more locked room mystery to solve inside the mystery labyrinth here. The only thing is I'm not as confident on that one with everything we've learned up till this point. But honestly, with that being said, we're going to be ending off today's episode here, since we're definitely about time, honestly. So with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and in the next one we will be solving the final mystery behind the locked rooms, and hopefully starting to confront whoever the culprit truly is, since there's only 3 possible candidates, and well, it's definitely one of the culprits definitely has to be one of the churchgoers. The only thing is which one of the staff, or members of the church, it truly is. The nun, the priest, or the worshipper? That's the real question. So, with that being said, thank you all for watching, have a wonderful rest of your day, keep being spooky, and I'll see you all in the next one. Peace out. Hey boys and girls, thank you all for watching today's episode. If you liked what you saw today, please leave a like and maybe even subscribe. And hit the bell notification down below. If you guys have any kind of suggestions for games, please put that in the comments down below as well. Thank you all for watching today's episode, and keep being spooky. Peace out, guys.